So we study God. We study God through creation. We study God through nature. We appreciate it through things like sunsets and wind and water. And I think that, well, but it's observation, right? I mean, we study through observation. We even if it's an experiment, a scientific experiment, we do it through observation. Sometimes it's repeated observation. You know, the world turning around the sun, the weeble wobble of the earth as it's turning. These are things that we observe. But the thing is that when it comes to humans, some of the things that we observe can be biased or flawed. And that has a lot to do with a lack of context, which is why as a deist, as an intellectual, it's our job to continue to research and continue to learn. Going back to religion, Easter. Easter is a fun one for me. Coincidentally, it aligns with something called equinox. The story goes that the Son of God died on the cross, was buried, and was resurrected 3 days later, right? Okay. Coincidentally, at the same time of year, there's a phenomenon that occurs which is exactly the same thing, and it happens every single year. It's equinox. The sun, of course, as we're weeble wobbling, as we turn, as we're getting ready to go back into this way, there's a 3-day lull. Okay? So the sun, which is the cross, which is the oldest symbol for winter, spring, summer, fall, the 4 seasons, the sun does die, and it starts its new cycle 3 days later. Okay? It occurs. It's a real thing, and it happens every year. But we wouldn't know that if we weren't observing, and we have become biased because of primitive cultures have told the story of the universe, and they've taken it as a literal rather than, you know, an easy way to look at the universe. So yeah, I think we can study God, but we shouldn't take everything so literal, especially in a religious context. Deists, I think, we study creation, but we try. And I think that's what separates deists, I think, from a lot of other reasons, or religions, is that we try to eliminate the bias that holds us back. You know, so if somebody presents a new idea, it's, that's interesting, rather than being offended and saying, no, that's not what my mother told me. And that takes intellectualism. You know, the ability to think, the ability to, and the want to think outside of the box. And maybe that's what that is. Deism is intellectualism. But also understanding our place in the universe. It's not trying to put ourselves up on a pedestal per se. What it is allowing us to know our place in the universe, but understand that what we've been told so far isn't exactly accurate. So we're seeking out better ideas and boldly questioning everything, including the existence of a God, because if there be one, he would more pay homage to reason than to blindfolded fear. The faculty of reasoning and understanding objectively, especially with regard to abstract or academic matters, or an intelligent person. But does that take a degree? No. No, degrees and you know, things of that nature, that occurs on your quest for knowledge. You know, but it doesn't take somebody, I mean, you don't have to be a doctor to be an intellectual. You don't have to, technically, you probably don't even have to graduate high school in order to be an intellectual. I mean, I look at intellectuals like Albert Einstein, you know, an amazing story with that man. But he was able to do what he did in spite of what the world thought he should be doing. And I think that's probably, once again, what separates a deist from other religions. But I don't think that, once again, I don't think that deism or even intellectualism is cut out for everybody. It can be scary, very scary, because you have to question even your own beliefs constantly and refine them as you learn more.